Here we go. We got the Flyers versus Caledon Hawks. Akey to the far corner. Spins direction, centering pass in the feet of the Hawks players. They couldn't get it out. Akey to Roche at the point. He'll play it in deep for Felix on the wing. Felix with the backhand blocked in front. Akey on the loose puck in the far corner. Centers it to Hunter. Couldn't get the shot off. Hunter behind the net, out front. Akey swings at it. Roche in from the point to the half boards. Gives it to Akey in the corner. Centering pass to Felix. Shot. Steered wide by the Hawks goaltender. Hunter to Roche at the point. He fires it close to net. Rebound. Akey backhand. He scores! Flyers goal scored by number 44, Oliver Akey. 9:04 to go in the first period. Nickel steps in to take the face-off. Wins that back to Sloan and plays it to Savory. Savory across to Lunny. He cuts in and over the blue line. Lunny. It's a stick check that just cleared the zone. Hawks get it to center ice. Savory picks it up on his own end, clears it to the point. The Hawks are there. Lunny on the good back check. Strips the puck, takes it to the far corner. Lunny steps around one and breaks out of the zone. Lunny up the center. Chips it around the Hawks defense. Picks up the loose puck in the far corner. Lunny throws it out front. Nickel had his stick tied up. Sloan from the point to Nickel in the corner. Nickel out front for Lunny. Hawks goaltender got a piece of that before Lunny could connect. Nickel to Lunny behind the net. Lunny up the near side, hits the brakes. Creates a bit of space off the defense. Lunny behind the net alone. Out front to Nickel. Nickel with the shot pad save. Hawks right back in the corner off the glass to the blue line. Savory at the point. Held it for a second. Hawks down the right side and over to the Flyers blue line. Centering pass. Missed wide. Sloan in the corner. Bouncing puck. Lunny kicks it up to his stick. Takes it down the right side. Lunny alone in over the blue line. Tries to cut through the middle. Stripped there. Hawks to the blue line. Lunny keeps it in. Backhand into the near corner. Andretti pressuring. Strips the puck behind the Hawks net. Plays to O'Shea at the point. O'Shea back to Andretti. Andretti through the middle. Gets it to Telford with the shot. On target and held for the whistle. Face off deep in the Caledon zone. Andretti in to take it. Andretti, scrum draw. See, Kelly coming off the wing. Trips up. Puck comes to way at the blue line. He keeps it in for a second. Hawks send it out the left side. Pick it up at center ice. Way with a good back check. Gets it to Telford. Telford to Andretti. In just offside. Flyers changing their line. Akey on the draw. One not clean to Roche. Roche off the wing. Akey sends it down into the far corner of the Hawks zone. They'll pick it up behind their net. Played up the near wing. Jeffrey Stedman off the point. Hawks up to center. Roche picks it up. He cuts around. Just over skated. He gets to center and dumps it in the ice. Down the ice. Hawks behind their net. Hunter pressuring. Loose puck picked up by Jeffrey Stedman. He'll send it back into the half boards. Hawks chip it down the ice to the Flyers blue line. Roche, lead pass from Felix at the blue line. Felix passed it over. We'll say the Flyers are offside. I don't know if I agree with that, but I'm up here. Flyers changed their forward line. Nickel stepping in to take the face-off. Nickel won it clean just past Gower. That'll come to Jeffrey Stedman at the Flyers blue line. Jeffrey Stedman off the wing. Second attempt blocked there by the Hawks. They'll bring it in deep to the corner. Cross. Roche tied up his man. Rebound shot. Dittman makes the save. Flyers clear to the point. Roche off the wing to the blue line again. Lunny had his stick tied up. Back into Roche. We'll change tactics and send it to center ice. Hawks over the boards and out of play, just at the Flyers bench. Face off comes just outside the Caledon zone. Nickel in to take it. One draw. Hawks get it. Gower strips it. Misfired. Savory. Cross to Sloan. Up to Lunny on the right side. Lunny lifts it in on target. Steered wide by the Hawks goaltender. Nickel battling in the corner. Gower backing him up. Gower comes out with it. In front. Shot. That was blocked in front. Hawks pick it up. They'll bring it down the right side. Hawks in over the Flyers blue line. Centering pass. Did not connect. Savory, you got a piece of it. chips it up to the blue line. Nickel clears it to center. Hawks dump it right back in the Flyers territory. Savory back to pick it up. Savory out the far side with some room. Up to Nickel, waiting at the blue line. Nickel in a foot race, chips it to the far corner and picks up the loose puck. Hawks pressing. Nickel gets a shot off, steered to the near half boards by the Hawks goaltender. Kelly on the rebound, shot from a steep angle, that missed wide. Sloan plays it back in behind the Caledon net. Gower throws it out front. Hawks pick it up, no clear of the zone. Hawks at center off the wing. Down the right side, in behind the Flyers goal. Savory and Sloan back to collect it. Savory up the right side, out over the blue line. He'll take it up the center. Get Telford on the right wing. Telford with the shot, that was blocked. Telford on the rebound. Cuts back in front, shot hits a stick. Sails high over the net to the near corner. Hawks around the boards to the blue line. Wade keeps it in. Shot. Loose puck. Telford swipes at it. Kelly didn't connect. Kelly picks up the loose puck behind the net. Wraparound attempt. Kept out. Back to Kelly. Kelly in the corner. Throws it out front right to the Hawks player. They'll fire it around the far wing to the blue line and out. Hawks overskated it. Telford gets back to slow them down. At center ice. O'Shea poking at it, trying to get a piece of it. O'Shea does make connection. Chips it into the Hawks blue line. Hawks back in their own zone. Out the left side. Up to the Flyers blue line. O'Shea ties his man up, puts him in offside. 3:14 to go in the first period. Flyers with a 1-0 lead. Akey stepping in to take the faceoff. Wins that one to Roche. Roche off the far wing. Now we go down the ice. Icing's waved off. Akey on the forecheck, pressuring. Ties it up. Felix in the corner. Hawks play to the half boards. Roche with a quick shot from a steep angle. Hunter on the near wing. Gets it to Jeffrey Stedman. He winds up, fires just off the side of the net. Rebound cleared to the far point by the Hawks. Roche doing a good job holding that blue line. Gets it to Akey, chips it off the boards in deep. Hawks pick it up. They'll hit the brakes, play it back to the corner. Akey on it, couldn't find it. Felix in there. Under pressure. Hawks to the half boards. Roche pinching, gets it out front. Hunter had his stick, left it at the last second. He gets back, plays it to the near corner. Hawks swipe at it. That's gone down the ice. Not enough for icing. Roche picks it up behind the Flyers goal. Roche through the middle. Outlet pass picked off. Roche stays on it. Keep his man to the blue line. Felix got away with one there. I think Lunny at the blue line. Picked off by the Hawks. They'll bring it in to the left or right side. Played up the wing to center ice. Hawks lifted in on the Flyers goal. Dittman covers it for the whistle. Nickel steps in to take the face-off. Hawks win that back to the blue line. Played across to the opposite wing. A little too much on that one. Lunny to Gower up the right side. Gower over the blue line. Cuts across, shot. Loose puck. That kept out of the net by the Hawks goaltender to keep this a 1-0 game. Minute 30 to go in the first period. Nickel stays in for the faceoff. Back by the Hawks to the near corner. They'll play it in deep. Nickel pressuring. Hawks play to the far side. Up through the middle of the blue line, just out. Hawks pick it up on the right wing and bring it in over the Flyers blue line. Sloan in the far corner. Plays it around to the wing to Lunny. Chips it to the blue line, but not out. Nickel picks up that loose puck. Gets it to Gower at center. Gower back to Nickel, who chips it in over the blue line. Hawks turn and fire it over the glass and out of play. Flyers with a good face-off deep in the Caledon zone. Just over a minute to play in the period. Andrade in for the face-off. Andrade wins it. Telford picks it up, spins and tries to fire. Couldn't get it off the stick. Plays it off the boards behind the Hawks net. Telford to Andrade. Back to Telford behind the goal. Telford plays it to the near corner. Savory pinching in from the blue line. Kelly steps in to help. Telford backs him up at the point. Andrade. Got no Flyers out front to Kelly. Off the side, back to Savory at the point. He lets a shot go. Goalie didn't see that till the last second. Just got the shoulder on it. Hawks to the blue line, not out. Kelly keeps it in. Hawks play it back to the half-boards. Kelly at the blue line. Holds on to it. Hawks clear the zone. Savory off the wing. Ships it towards the Hawks blue line. They'll play it back to center ice. Hawks down the right side, in over the Flyers blue line. Shot. And they scored. With 4 seconds to go in the first period, we got a tie game. Akey steps in for the face-off. Hunter jumps on the loose puck, gets it to the blue line, and that'll do it for the first period. A 1-1 tie after the first. No problem. It was good seeing you guys again.
Thanks, John. It's so nice. I know that we recognize all the coaches. I know most of them. Well, I don't know the kids. I can read their names and say, oh, yeah, I know the kid.
Yeah. Have a good one. Akey off the draw, won that back. Flyers down the right side. Felix in the corner, picks it up behind the net. Felix to the far side, walks out front, lets a shot go off the glove and just wide of the goal. Hawks clear that around the near wing. Down the left side, Felix back to pick it up in the Flyers territory. Way boxing his man out. Felix behind the net, just overskated it. O'Shea gets back. Gets that to Akey. Akey. Cross ice for Hunter, just picked off by the Hawks to break that rush out. Akey feeds it to center ice. Way digging at it, misfired. The Hawks back into the Flyers territory. Hawks walk in front, shot off the glove of Dittman. Rebound picked up by Akey. They'll send that out the far wing. Up to center ice. Hawks off the boards. In over the Flyers blue line. Akey breaks it up. Hawks keep it in the zone. Way chips that to center ice. That'll roll down into the Hawks territory. Hunter pressuring. Hawks get there first. Cleared out of the zone. Way runs over his man as he's getting to the bench. Gower in over the blue line. Too many men on the ice. Flyers penalty. Flyers penalty, too many men. 13:37 to go in the second period. Lunny steps in to take the face-off. He's at Roche off the wing. Gets that to the blue line, but not out. Hawks keep it in off the boards. Watch out front shot. That was tipped over the glass and out of play. Lunny back in for the face-off. Has it in his feet. Gower picks it up. Has some room. Turns, fires it down the right side of the ice. Lunny on his horse. Into the near corner. Lunny just overskated. He gets tripped up. And the Hawks are going to the penalty box for tripping on that one. So we'll have 4-on-4 for a minute 37. Gower steps in to take the face-off for the Flyers. Loose puck, Gower gets that to Roche at the point. Roche with a quick shot. Held on by the Hawks goaltender. Gower back in for the face-off. Has a stick tied up. Gower gets a stick on it. Hawks off the wing to the blue line. Roche kept it in. Hawks with the loose puck. They'll fire it out the far side. Lunny on the back check, breaks up the rush. Hawks get a piece of it and send it back in to the Flyers zone. Roche to the blue line and out. That'll roll to center ice. Lunny just a half stride behind. Hawks back in over the Flyers blue line. That shot was wide. Jeffrey Stedman has it along the far half boards. Gower steps in. Puck comes to the blue line. Shot by the Hawks. Picked off by Roche. Roche kicks it up to his stick. Gets it up the right side to the Hawks blue line. But that's about it. Hawks play down the far wing. In over the Flyers zone. Jeffrey Stedman poking at it. Hawks out front. Toe drag shot. That was blocked by Roche. Comes to Nickel in the near corner. Nickel steps around one. Lead pass for Gower just behind him. Gower picks up the loose puck, slides it towards the Hawks blue line. They'll poke it out and pick it up at center. Hawks down the right side. Nickel on the back check gets the puck. Spinning to the outside. Nickel has Kelly waiting at the Hawks blue line. He picks it up. Gets his shot. And into the glove of the Hawks goaltender for the whistle. Got 5 seconds to go in the Flyers penalty. 28 seconds to go on the Caledon. Nickel in for the face-off. Nickel wins it. Savory from the blue line. Gets a shot off. Nickel with the rebound. Sends it on target. Hawks pick up the loose puck. Flyers with the man advantage for 15 seconds. Hawks down the left side in over the Flyers blue line. Hawks play behind the net to the far wing. Kelly in over the Hawks blue line down the left side. Shot off the glove, loose puck. In Nickel skates, he kicks that one behind the net. Hawks play to the near wing. Sloan off the blue line, gets back into the corner. Nickel battling. Hawks get a piece of it. Back to Sloan at the half boards. He fires wide of the net. Kelly gets knocked over in front of the Hawks goal. Caledon lays it up to the blue line. Telford in off the bench. Tries to split the defense. Still has it. Shot over the net. Kelly out front. It's Telford. Jam play. Loose puck. Shot through the blue paint. Comes to the near wing. Venturati to Sloan at the point. Sloan shoots. Kelly tried to redirect it. Just didn't quite connect. Telford in the far corner. Plays it Savory at the point. His shot didn't make it all the way to the net. Kelly picks up the loose puck. Turns and fires to the near side. Andrade to the blue line. Sloan dumps it back in. Flyers have to clear. Hawks down the right side to the Flyers blue line. Savory's there to pick it up. Savory to Kelly. Kelly in over the blue line for Andrade. He takes it to the corner. Throws it out front. Oh, Andrade still with it. Gets it to Way at the point. He winds up, turns, misfires from his knees. Manages to get it to Andrade, who steps around the defense. Andretti drags it in front. Telford with the shot. He scores! Flyers goal scored by number 29, Callum Telford. Assisted by number 16, Nathan Andretti. 9:48 to go in the second period. Akey in for the faceoff. Wins that one back. Kaladin. Hawks on it in over the blue line. Way stands his man up. Felix picks the puck up in the far corner, sends it to the near side. Hawks are there. They play back behind the net to the far half boards. Hunter picks it up down the left side, chips it off the board, just overskated it, gets a backhand on it to get the Kaladin zone, but they'll pick it up and send it up the right wing. Felix chips it down in over the blue line, stops it there. Felix with some daylight, lets the shot go, stopped in front. Akey to O'Shea at the point. O'Shea fires into the glove of the Hawks goaltender. And he'll hold it for the whistle. Akey in for the faceoff. Bouncing puck. Akey picks it up in the corner. Centers it just behind Hunter. Hawks pass up through the middle. In over the Flyers blue line down the right side. Quick shot. Not missed wide. O'Shea on the back check in the near corner. Hawks behind the net. Throw it out front. That comes all the way to the blue line. Settled down by the Hawks defenseman. They'll play it back to the far corner. Way pressuring. Hawks in deep. O'Shea sends it around the far wing. Hunter picks up the loose puck. He'll take it down the left wing. Hunter in over the blue line. With speed, gets around the defense. Shot from a steep angle. Loose puck sits there. Way on the rebound. Turns and fires over the net. Felix at the half boards. Hawks to the blue line. Way just offside. That'll be a bit of a break in play. 8:18 to go in the second period. Nickel stepping in for the faceoff. Nickel gets that to Gower. Gower spinning. Chips it in over the left wing. Steps around his man. Hawks off the glass. Clear the zone. Jeffrey Stedman just got out skated. Hawks, nobody helping with them. Played it across ice. Lunny coming up the right side. Clears the... No, it doesn't clear the zone. Roche at the half boards. He'll take it himself. Cross center ice. Roche gets bumped at the half boards. Hawks play it back into the Flyers territory. Jeffrey Stedman picks it up behind his net. Hits the brakes to the corner to Lunny at the half boards. Lunny clears the zone. Hawks send it right back in. Off the side of the net. Roche behind the net to the far corner. Hits the brakes in the corner. Plays it back to the near wing for Lunny. Lunny chips it. Icing waved off. Lunny got back in time. Lunny to the far corner. Gets a bit of a slash. Lunny to the blue line to Roche at the point. Roche walks in, lets a shot go. Kicked wide to the near corner. Hawks to the blue line. Jeffrey Stedman held it, but was backing up. Hawks down the right wing, in over the Flyers blue line. Behind the net. They'll come up the near wing. Played to the blue line all the way out. Hawks defense was changing. They'll dump it in and have to clear the zone. Jeffrey Stedman settles it down. He's got Telford waiting at center ice. Off the wing to Gower. Gower to Telford in over the blue line. Telford all alone takes it to the corner to Kelly, who swipes it back into the near corner. Telford tries to throw it to the front. Grabbed there by the goaltender and held for the whistle. Andretti in for the face-off. Hawks pick it up to the blue line. Sloan keeps it in, gets it to Telford down the right side. Telford across for Andretti. He winds up shot. That was deflected to the near corner. Hawks to the blue line. Sloan to Telford at the half boards. Telford with a shot. Missed wide. Rebound goes to the far point. Savory to Andrade. Andrade steps around one. Shot. He scores! Flyers goal scored by number 16, Nathan Andrade. 5:57 to go in the second period. Andrade in for the faceoff. And the Hawks call a timeout. They're changing their goalie. Andrade off the draw. Gets that to Savory. Savory just out of the reach of Kelly. That'll drift over the Hawks blue line. They'll play it up the boards. Andrade on a seat, chips it in over the blue line. Hawks send it up the left side. Sloan clears the puck to center ice. Hawks trying to clear, didn't make it. Sloan in the near corner, plays it across to Savory. He sends it out the right side of the blue line, but not out. Hawks play back in the middle. Telford on the loose puck. Lead pass for Andrade down the right side or left side. Andrade in over the blue line. Cuts back to the middle to Telford. Telford had his stick poked. Andrade just gets a piece of the puck to the near corner. Sloan in deep. Centers it to the far blue line. Savory fires from there. Missed wide. Hawks pick up the loose puck. They'll send that to center ice. Savory stops it. Hits the brakes and steps around one. Kelly for the lead pass. Lets that go to the far corner. Comes out to Felix. Loose puck. Kelly with the backhand. Goaltender keeps that one out. Kicks it to the far corner. Hawks play it to the center ice. Akey back to pick it up. Akey across for Felix. Picked off by the Hawks. At center. They'll chip it in. They have to clear the zone. They're offside. O'Shea back to center. In over the right wing. Gets a stick check. O'Shea on the puck. Plays it off the far wing. In deep to the behind the Hawks net. Hawks played around the half boards. O'Shea's there. Bumps his man. Gets it centered. Felix reaching for it. Hawks clear that up to center. Way back to the Flyers blue line. Gets it to Hunter. Hunter centering pass intended for Akey. That was intercepted away from the face-off circle. Lets a shot go. That missed just wide. Hawks up the left side in through center ice. Way getting back. Gets a piece of it to Hunter. Down the right wing. Hunter hits the brakes at the half boards. He gets tripped up. No call. O'Shea coming in hard. Picks up the loose puck in the corner. O'Shea with the shot off the blocker. Bouncing puck. O'Shea kicked that back in deep behind the Hawks goal. Akey trying to dig it out with O'Shea. Akey got a piece of it to the corner. The Hawks pick it up. Hawks up to the blue line. Knocked down by Wade. That'll be hit with a high stick and get the whistle. Face-off comes just outside the Flyers zone. Nickel stepping in to take it. Nickel on the draw, kicks it to the near wing. Hawks chip that in behind the Flyers goal to the far corner. Jeffrey Stedman up the wing to Gower. Hopped over his stick. Hawks play it back in deep, pick it up in the face-off circle. Shot. Dittman comes across, loose puck. Covered by Dittman for the whistle. Just under 3 minutes to go in the second period. The Flyers with a 2-1 lead or 3-1 lead. Nickel in for the face-off. That was one cleanly by the Hawks to the near blue line. Lunny poking at it. Just didn't quite make it. Roche at the half boards. Tips it up to the blue line. Lunny gets a piece of it through center ice in over the Hawks blue line. Lunny picks it up off his man. Walks out front, shot. Saved there by the Hawks goaltender. Nickel and Gower in the near corner. Gower to Roche at the half boards. He fires. deflected just wide. Nickel being boxed out. Hawks play it back to the near corner. Roche pinching in to the half boards. Hawks to the blue line and out. Gower back in the zone. Just lost it, and the Hawks play it back into their own end. Off the wing to the blue line. Gower picks it up just outside the Hawks zone. Plays it to Lunny. Lunny down the right side. Skates past one. Brings it back inside. Backhand. And held for the whistle. Two minutes to go in the second period. Andrade in for the faceoff. One back by the Hawks to the corner. Played up the half boards. Sloan's there. He fires in deep. Telford on his backhand cuts to the far wing. Swiped at by the Hawks. They'll pick it up and bring it down the right side. Passed up through center ice. In over the Flyers blue line to the left wing. Shot. Wide of the net. Rebound comes in front. Shot. Loose puck to the near faceoff circle. Shot wide of the net. Rebound. Turn fire. Dittman covers it for the whistle. .127 to go in the period. Andrade in for the faceoff. Wins that one. Hawks with a quick shot. Dittman kicks that to the near side. Telford plays it behind the net for Savory. Fires it around the far wing. Kelly picks it up at the half boards. He'll clear the blue line. Up to center. Kelly in over the Hawks blue line to Telford off his skate. Telford in front. Shoots. Scores! Flyers goal is second of the game. Number 29, Callum Telford. 1:05 to go in the second period. Akey steps in for the faceoff, wins that clean to O'Shea. O'Shea across to Way. Way tried to lead pass. That went off the skate of the Hawks player. Back to O'Shea in the Flyer zone. He gets that up the right wing. Felix takes it through center ice, skates around the defense. Felix throws it on net. Cleared out of the way by the Hawks. They'll chip that down the left wing. Way back to collect it in Flyers territory. Keeps it on the outside. Hawks pick it up. Centering pass. Dittman covers that one for the whistle. .33.5 seconds to go in the period. Akey in for the faceoff. One back by the Hawks. Low play that to the point. Hunter pressuring. Akey picks it up at the half boards, gives it to Hunter, chips it to the blue line. Felix picks up the loose puck and skates it up through center ice. Felix in over the left wing, cuts to the middle, lets a shot go. That was deflected wide to the near corner. Akey plays it in behind the Hawks goal. He gets stripped of it. Hawks to the near corner. Off the wing. Icing waved off. That'll go all the way back. 2 seconds to go in the period. Way gets there at the end of the period. And that'll do it for 2. Flyers ahead 4-1 after the second period. right, here we go to start the third period. Nickel in for the face-off. Nickel wins the draw, gets it in over the blue line, through the defense, chips it towards the goal, loose puck, and covered for the whistle. Nickel, one clean, Lunny to Jeffrey Stedman. He fires from the blue line, missed just wide. Lunny on the rebound. Plays it to Gower with a quick shot. Down by the Hawks goaltender. Kicks that to the far corner. Caledon off the far wing. Roche pinching, gets it back in deep. Steers that behind the corner, behind the net to the near side. Lunny keeps it in there. Lunny in the corner. And there's a ball on the ice. Boo. Oh. The ref did not appreciate that one at all. Nickel in for the face-off. It's that to Lunny to Gower. Gower through the middle, throws it towards the net. Nickel turning fire, and that hit a skate and steers to the far half boards. Gower gets hauled down. Lunny on the loose puck. Takes it to the far corner. Lunny behind the net, up the near side. Lunny turns, fires just wide. Gower on the rebound at the half boards. Plays that back in deep for Nickel in the corner. Nickel spinning. Gower comes in, strips it from the Hawks player, throws it up front. Lunny swipes at it. Loose puck, kicked out, and held by the goaltender for the whistle. .41 to go in the third period. Andrade in for the face-off. Hawks win the draw. They'll play it behind the net to the near wing. Hawks passed up through center. House behind Sloan. Hawks pick it up on the far side. Sloan with a good back check breaks up that rush. Outlet pass picked up by the Hawks shot. And they scored. Caledon goal scored at 13:24 to go in the second or third period. Andrade in for the faceoff. Hawks play that one back to their defense to the near side. Hawks up the right wing, picked off by Kelly. Flyers enter the zone 3 strong. Kelly with the shot, loose puck. Telford fired from the steep angle, missed behind the net, away from the point, out front. That hit a skate and trickles to the far half boards. Hawks up to center, in over the right wing. Flyers territory. Centering pass picked off by Telford. He'll step around one. Telford down the right side. Lifts it into the Hawks zone, deep behind the net to the near corner for Andrade. Andrade and Kelly battling in the corner. Andrade with some room gets it to Kelly. Kelly tries to throw it out front to Felix waiting there. Felix in the far corner. Plays it around one. Felix behind. Comes to Kelly to Telford. Telford with a shot. Missed just wide. Sorry, Andrade. Felix off the boards. Gets a bit of a hook. Loose puck sits in the corner. Hawks play that to the far side. O'Shea battling at the half boards. Puck comes to the blue line and out. Andrade almost picked it up back. Way pressuring from the blue line. Felix steps around one. He's got a back check coming in strong. Way on the loose puck. Shoves that in over the blue line. And he's getting the penalty for that one. Caledon back in over the Flyers blue line. Roche trips up but gets the puck to the far corner. Finally touched by the Flyers. That'll be the whistle. The Flyers go to the penalty kill. Flyers penalty number 14, Austin Way. 2 minutes for body contact. It's only because he's about 1.5 feet taller than the kid that bounced off of him. Akey in for the face-off. Gets that to the corner. Jeffrey Stedman turns, fires it down the ice. Hunter, he's got some speed, picks up the loose puck. Hunter, backhand shot. Glove down and held for the whistle. Good pressure by the Flyers to start this penalty kill. 11:31 to go in the period. Akey back in for the draw. Won by the Hawks. They'll play that to the blue line. They'll skate it down the left wing. Hope check by Roche. Gets it to Akey, who chips it back in the blue line for the Hawks zone. Hunter pressuring. Hawks play it up the near side to the blue line and out. Akey at center ice. Backhands that one just over the bench and out of play. Lunny in for the faceoff. Gets that one in over the blue line. Gower strips it. Gower breaks free with the shot. Blocker save, rebound, kick to the near wing. Lunny at the half boards. Just lost it. Hawks down the right side. They'll cut across through center ice. In over the left wing of the Flyers territory. Good stick by Roche to break up the rush. Hawks chip it behind the Flyers goal. To the near side, Jeffrey Stedman pressuring. Hawks come out front with it. Turning and firing. That one missed wide. Roche off the far boards to the blue line, but not out. Lunny just overskated it. Gower poking at it. Hawks still with possession into the Flyers territory. Jeffrey Stedman pressuring his man. Hawks play behind the net. Roche picks it up off the glass to the blue line, but not out. Shot. Rebound. Cleared out of the way by Jeffrey Stedman. He winds up, fires down the left wing. 30 seconds to go on the penalty. Lunny on the puck. He gets bumped. Lunny in the corner. Plays it off the wing. Tried to get it to Savory. Hawks to the blue line, but not out. Lunny and Nickel. Nickel at the half boards. To Savory at the blue line. He fires. That one trickles just in front of the Hawks goal. Hawks play it up through center. Telford out of the box. Didn't have a stick ready. Hawks play back in the Flyers territory. Savory sends that to center ice. Hawks back in the Flyers zone. Sloan off the opposite wing, back to 5-on-5. Telford through center. That hops over to Kelly's stick, but enters Hawks territory. Kelly stops that outlet pass. Gets it in deep. Hawks behind the net to the far side. Off the wing, Telford intercepts it, turns and fires. That one missed wide. Sails to the near half boards. Savory at the blue line. To Kelly at the half boards. Kelly spinning. Picked off by the Hawks. We'll send that out to center ice. In over the Flyers blue line. Sloan plays behind the net to the far wing. Hawks are there waiting for it. Off the boards. Andrade to Telford. He gets stripped of it. Back to Andrade to the blue line, but not out. Shot missed wide. Puck settles down in the near corner. Savory to Kelly. Kelly up their left side. Chips it past the attacker. Telford picks up the loose puck. Telford, poke checked it in the near corner. Telford picks it up. Walks out front. Shot. Blocker save. Hawks send it to the far half board. Sloan pinching to Kelly. That was bounced just past Telford. Hawks pick it up. They'll clear the zone. Hawks down through center. In over the Flyers blue line. Pass the cross. Shot. Dittman with the pad. Kicks it to the far corner. Savory and Kelly. Kelly with the lead pass to Felix. He tips it. No icing. Felix pressuring. Picks the puck up in the near corner. Akey off the bench. Felix walks out from the corner to the top of the key. Lets a shot go. Scores! Flyers goal scored by number 88, James Felix. 7:42 to go in the third period. Hey. Good, how are you? Akey in for the faceoff. Wins that back to O'Shea. O'Shea across the way. That was intercepted by the Hawks. Hawks walk in, shoots. Dimon with the save. Akey picks up the rebound. Misfired. Tried to get that across to Felix. Akey with time sends it down the left wing to Hunter. Way in over the blue line. Way. Couldn't settle the puck down. Akey at the blue line. Picks it up at center ice. Misfired. Hawks gets center ice and chip it into the Flyers territory. O'Shea sends it to the near corner. Hawks play it back in deep. Way up the wing to the blue line, but not out. Hunter pressuring. Hawks with possession deep in the Flyers territory. Akey gets tripped up. Outlet pass picked off by the Hawks. Shot through traffic. Rebound. Way swipes at it, gets it to the blue line. Hunter and Akey clear the zone. Hawks play it right back in. Way in the near corner. Too much time with it. Played to the blue line, just out. Hunter throws that up through center ice. Hunter picks it up down the right side in over the blue line. Hunter to the far corner, behind the net, up the near side. To Felix, way in deep, back to Hunter. Hunter with a shot from a steep angle off the side of the net. Hunter wraparound attempt. Loose puck picked up by the Hawks. Felix at the point. Steps around one, but not two. Hawks play it back to the Flyers territory. Jeffrey Stedman across to Roche. Roche with some room, chips it in over the blue line. Nickel pressuring. Hawks behind their net out the near side. Gower along the boards. Hawks with speed. Take it across the left wing. Shot that was tipped goes to the far corner. Hawks pick it up behind the Flyers goal to the near side. Jeffrey Stedman pressuring. With Nickel. Hawks still on it. Loose puck. Picked up by Lunny. He'll take it out the right side. Lunny through center in over the Hawks blue line. Hits the brakes at the half boards. Play it across, just hops over Lunny or Nickel's stick. Jeffrey Stedman in from the point. Gets it to Nickel, who fires wide of the net. Lunny on the rebound. Behind the net to Gower. Gower throws it out front, past everybody. That'll go down in over the Flyers blue line. Roche back to pick it up. Long lead pass, past everybody for icing. Just a little too much on that one. .450 to go in the third period. Flyers with a 5-2 lead. Andrade in for the faceoff. Andrade wins it back. Yep. To the near wing. Call him game. Kelly. Back to Jeffrey Stedman. Up to Kelly. Kelly clears the zone. He gets tripped up. Andrade picks up the loose puck, brings it down the left wing, in over the blue line. He's got Telford with him. Andrade gets bumped off the puck, behind the net, picks it up in the far corner. Andrade along the half boards. Puck comes out to Telford. Telford watch out through the middle. Shot. That one was just wide. Hawks clear the puck to the far wing. Roche pinching. Keeps it in for a second. Andrade at the blue line gets it across to Telford. Telford winds up, fires on net. And that's held by the goaltender. Just over 4 minutes to play in the third period. Andrade in for the faceoff. Wins that back. Kelly to Savory. To Andrade at the half boards. Andrade with some room spinning with it. Looking for that pass. Centers it through the blue paint to Sloan on the near side. Sloan plays it in deep. Telford to Andrade in the corner. Andrade off the boards, back to Telford. Telford intended for Andrade, that was missed. Hawks play that down the right side. Picked up by Savory, back in the Flyers territory. Savory, hard around the wing. Telford chips it past the defenseman and takes it up the right side. Hawks intercept it. They'll get center ice and fire it into the near corner of the Flyers territory. 3:20 to go in the period. Savory to the blue line, but not out. Hawks play it back into the near corner. Sloan, hard around the far boards. Felix gets it to the blue line, but not out. Hawks center it. Sloan gets a piece of it and chips that to center ice. Hawks turn, fire right back into the Flyers territory. Savory back to pick it up. Savory. Lead pass for Felix at center ice. Hawks strip it, turn and fire that down. That'll go for icing. Slightly delayed. Akey steps in to take the face off. Hawks win that to the far corner. Everybody's missing it. Played to the blue line. O'Shea off the wing. Takes a bit of a funny hop. Felix to Akey in the corner. Akey steps around one. Gets bumped, and the Hawks, O'Shea pinching. Keeps it in the zone. The Hawks play that up through center ice. Way back at the Flyers blue line. Lifts that down the ice in over the Hawks blue line. Icing waved off. Hunter back to pick it up in the far corner. Gets it out to Felix. Felix behind the net. Felix spinning. Throws it out front. Nickel in tight. Couldn't get the clean shot off. Hunter in the near corner. Gets it to Way at the point. Way winds up. Fires. Tip deflected wide of the net. Felix at the far half boards. O'Shea steps in to help. Felix takes it back to the corner. Felix behind the net. Deflected off the wing. And now it'll come to center ice. Way circling at the Flyers blue line. Brings it right back in over the right side. Way in deep. His shot was tipped before he could fire it. O'Shea from the point. From the half boards rather. Fired wide of the net. Hawks at the half boards with a minute and a half to go in the third period. Way fires it across ice. Nobody's there. O'Shea was pinching or peeling off for the change. Lead pass by the Hawks in over the Flyers blue line. Gower with a good back check breaks up that rush. O'Shea to Way across to Gower. He chips that up to Lunny. Lunny down the right side in over the blue line. Lunny peels to the outside before dragging it back in. Going on net off the side of the net post. Gower with the rebound. He scores. Flyers goal scored by number 18, Colton Gower. Assisted by number 19, Ethan Lunny. 57 seconds to go in the third period. Nickel in for the face-off. Wins it forward. Nickel to Gower and over the blue line. Gower steps around one. Gets bumped off the puck. Hawks. They'll bring it back the other way. Hawks through center. Lunny with a good back check. Breaks up that rush. Picks up the loose puck. Gains it in over the left wing. Lunny to the corner. Shot from a steep angle off the post. Loose puck. Cleared to the blue line. Jeffrey Stedman, sensing pressure, sends it around the boards behind the Colts Hawks net. Cleared to the blue line. That missed Roche and goes all the way down into the Flyers territory. Jeffrey Stedman back to pick it up with 20 seconds to go in the period. Hawks pressuring. Jeffrey Stedman to Lunny. Off the near wing to Gower. Gower gets center ice. Has Nickel on the opposite wing. Nickel lets that go to the far corner. 5 seconds to go on the period. Hawks to the half boards. They'll chip it down. And that'll do it for the game. Final score, Flyers 6, Caledon